So today we're going to wire together a circuit that uses a push button, and we're going to use that push button to turn on an LED, turn off and on an LED. So let's first walk through the parts we're going to use. We got our Arduino right here, got some wires over here, got the breadboard that we use to connect everything together. We got the push button right here out of the kit, and we got a resistor. This resistor is a 10 kilo ohm resistor. So if I'm reading the colors right, which is hard because they're small, but it's basically brown, black, orange, and then a gold band. So that should be a 10K resistor. So you can see in the circuit diagram, we're going to need this 10K resistor, 10 kilo ohm resistor, to make our circuit. So in order to read from this push button, we're going to need to make a circuit that will cause a pin of the Arduino. Specifically, we're going to use pin 2, digital pin 2 over here. Cause a pin of the Arduino to change state based on when we push the button. So if the button is not pushed, we want that thing to have 0 volts, that pin 2, and if the button is pushed, we want pin 2 to have 5 volts. So we need to wire a little circuit together to make that happen. Now the code that we're going to run on the Arduino, you can find it in the examples. So if you go to examples, if you start your IDE, your Arduino IDE, go to examples, the digital subcategory, and look at example called button. That's what we're going to make. So what that'll do is it'll turn on a light, an LED, specifically the LED connected to pin 13. So if I use my pointing device, right there. In fact, maybe I'll zoom in here. Yeah, right there, there's that little LED that is already connected to pin 13. So we're just going to use that LED. So what'll happen once we've wired this together is that when you press the button, you press this guy, the LED will turn on. When the button's not pressed, the LED will stay off. Okay, so let's start wiring this together. Let's start with the push button. So let's look at this push button. First, it's got 4 leads. 1, 2, 3, 4, if you can see them. Now, we don't really need all 4 of those. We only need 2. So what happens is when you press the button, this top lead and this bottom lead are connected, this to this. Now also, this is connected to this, but we don't care about those 2, okay? We'll just worry about these 2 on this side. So when you press the button, this top one, top left is connected to bottom left. And when you don't press the button, they're not connected. So that's what we're going to use. So let's take this and plug it in the breadboard. Now this is sometimes a hassle, so let's do this. Oops, I've put it in at the wrong angle. Don't do that. Let's see, make sure I haven't bent anything. I bent it a little bit, so I got to straighten them up. This is always a hassle, but I'm going to do it. Okay, now I think I got them in the holes, right? Do I have it in? Looks like it. Yes. Yeah, that's nice. Nice and flush. Okay. So I got my push button in there. Now what I want to do, we'll start wiring this push button up. Now if we look at the push button in the diagram, one lead is connected to power. So let's wire that. So let's take the top lead up there and top left and connect that to power. Oops. Take some red wire. Connect that in. 3, and we'll wire that to power on the Arduino, 5-volt power. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we've connected the top lead to power. Now the bottom lead is going to be connected to a resistor. So let's look at that. We're going to take this resistor right here, 10K resistor, and we'll plug it in. Let's say here. Okay, that looks fine. Then let's plug the other end of the resistor in. Somewhere, doesn't matter where. If I can force it in. Oh, I should mention that this 10K resistor, you have a 10K resistor. If you bought the kit, the Villeros kit, you have 10K resistors, but your resistor, its wire is a little bit thin. I mean, it fits in the board, but it bends very easily. So I got a slightly thicker wire, but that's what I decided to do. But that's what I've decided here, but you could use yours too. All right, so next up, I'll finish the resistor. The bottom end of the resistor is connected to ground, so let's connect that to ground using this black wire. Ground we've got right here. This is the ground. Okay, now the one wire that I'm missing, I'm going to use the green wire for that. There's a connection from the top of the resistor. For the point that connects the resistor to the button, that point goes to pin 2, Arduino pin 2. So let's wire that up. Let's connect that point right here. And wire that up to pin 2, which is right here. If I'm reading that right. Yep, that should be it. Okay. So now we should have it. So now let us plug it in and see if it works. Okay. Now you'll note that no light is blinking. No light is on. I mean, this power light is on, but the LED is not on. But if I press the button, bam, there it goes. See if you can see that. Close it up, make it close so you can really see how well it's working. But you get the idea. Okay? All right. Thank you.